Hello everyone, this is Shiny Noctowls, and just want to let you guys know that today I'd like to do another stream for you guys. This one is not a gaming stream, it's just another stream on Ancestry, and I've done these videos before on my channel. I like to do them time and again, just as kind of I have them in my podcast section for people who are interested. Um, I'm gonna get chat up here real quick. Oh, I appreciate the like, whoever left it. No, it means a lot to me. Always, it's always something I appreciate. Okay. So, just want to show you guys some of the new ancestral matches I got. This Quantum 4 Nexus, it came out not too long ago. I think it was either today or yesterday. And it was a bit pricey. It was a bit of a pricey edition, but and it ended up being worth it because it's always kind of nice to see what other ancestral kind of matches I get, or who are kind of like the other ancestors I'm related to. One match I got was with Batavi, Germanic tribe, Netherlands, Valkenbra, Merkveld. I been starting to dabble in learning a wee bit of Dutch and French ever since I started playing a little bit of Pokemon Legends ZA. I kind of wanted to see kind of because with my Celtic ancestry, I of course was connected to the Spanish, the Portuguese, and North Italians, but at times it would show up French and South Dutch and Flemish would also show up as well. We're connected also to Belgium. And so I kind of wanted to get a bit of an idea of how those languages also kind of were, and it's been really interesting, like how it's kind of turned out. Um, so with this match, this particular ancestral match is closest to North German, Irish, Danish, North Dutch. Let's see, English, Scottish, Dutch. Then seems like this is a mix of Utes, which I've covered Saxons. It's another group. Celts. Celtic is there. Thurungi, and I've covered Thurungi, and then Dani is connected to the Danish Dani. I've covered them. Just kind of wanted to do this quick update video for you guys, just because I know you guys sometimes enjoy me sharing these videos. Got another Batavi. Not all the Batavi matches are the same, by the way. Like some are closer to French and Spanish and South Dutch, and then this one in particular seems to be closer to Scandinavian and North Germanic. Then here you get Ute again, Saxon, Goots, Dani, Friesi. Then this match is a match I got from Belgium, medieval Belgium. Seems to be mixed. Now I checked this particular Y-DNA and it seemed to be a Y-DNA that goes back to the Nordic Bronze Age, or kind of a connection to Proto-Germanic, or one of the connections. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Seems like this match is closest to West German, Serbian, Hungarian, Flemish, French, East German, South Dutch, German Central. The cool thing about this is I knew someone from Serbia. He was I don't know if he was West Germanic or East or whatever, but he was a German immigrant in Serbia, and he made a joke about me liking that I had Serbian blood because I like mayonnaise, and so I thought that was pretty silly. So, but yeah. And then Seems like this sample is genetically closest to Belgic Socionis, Sequini, Batavi, Frisi, Thuringi, so you can see definitely a mix of Germanic and Celtic there. Um, then I got another match. This was a match that my dad got previously, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get it, but I did. Looks like it was worth getting the upgrade indeed. And so this is a match from Celtic Gaul, Iron Age, France, Sequini, Les Moidoins. I have to remember where Les Moidoins is again in France. Jura Mountain. I have to see what that is in particular. I think it's very close to Switzerland. I think I'll have to see how far this. Ooh, that's it almost reminds me of Coeur d'Alene, or kind of where I live in the Pacific Northwest. It's very similar, actually. Yeah, I can definitely see it. See the resemblance. Beautiful country. Um, yeah, so this match is closest to French, Flemish, West German, South Dutch, East German, Spanish Galicia, Hungarian, Serbian. It's a mix of Celtic and Germanic. Yeah, I think I'll double check that again. Yeah, French, Flemish, West German, South Dutch, East German, Galicia. And then you can also see Welsh, English, Danish, North Dutch, of course, other parts of Spain. I'm gonna try to not make this video too long because I kind of want to get some rest afterwards. But I figured it was worth at least doing a short video, you know? I got a match here with Spain. This reminded me a lot of my grandfather. We would call him Papa, but his name was Rafael Ortega. And when I saw the picture of this man, it reminded me a lot of him. This match seems to be a mix of Aquitani, Visigoth, Iberian, Piceni, and Sequini. So Sequini is there. I think this is a DNA in particular, particularly connected to insular Celts, I think, or because I think I noticed it has the L21, or it's definitely at least Celtic for sure. Uh, yeah, you can see it's DNA that's found not only in Britain and Ireland, but also in Spain. See here, Welsh, another match. Oh, yeah, and then this match was pretty interesting. This reminded me, well, when I look at him, I kind of think of a dragon, but I also think of a Scotsman from Samurai Jack, where Scotsman's fighting um, Jack, and he has like, the rune sword, and he says "Magic runes, laddie." And so when I saw the rune sword, it reminded me a lot of Scotsman and Samurai Jack. I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, reminded me a lot of that. And also, apparently, this haplogroup was connected to Clan Bjard or Clan Bard, but I also like to say Bjard. It's um, there was a man named John Loge or Log Bjard, and apparently he was one of the main people responsible for inventing television. It's kind of really interesting to know. It was something I didn't know before, but definitely something interesting. This reminds me a lot of my dad's dad, or his dad, my grandfather, and it could also go back to his paternal lineage. And I always know that my uncle Cherokee Japanese Herman, he always calls me Celtic healer, and that could be part of the lineage, or kind of reminds me a lot of Odin from or not or Zangetsu from Bleach, where he kind of finally heals and he's able to pass the torch, saying he's satisfied, and that kind of makes me think of that. If you look at the Y-DNA, you can see Pre-Nordic, Bronze Age. I think there was like something with Shang or something. I don't know if it was like with the match from Bell. Oh, sorry. Let me. I'm gonna go to her, but let me get this real quick. 'Cause there was a match with Shangnu. That's pretty interesting. For those who don't know, Shangnu is a tribe that came from the east. So yeah, it's just kind of that healing story. And I think when I kind of think of that, when I think of either um my dad's father or my grandfather Sigfredo Senior, which Sigurd means son of Odin, and I think of kind of just like that healing of not only Odin being able to walk with Zeus, which Zeus would be the uh, god, a Greek god of the, or one of the main Greek gods of, or one of the main gods of the Greeks and Trojans, but also but also being able to walk with Celtic healer, because there's Zeus and also ultimately also derived from Deus, which also is connected to Proto-Celtic word for God, Deus or Delos. So just kind of having that balance with Odin, Zeus, and Celtic healer together, I think is really the healing story. And so yeah, figured it'd be nice to share that with you guys. I feel like there was a reason, to do that. Um, and you can see there's West Scottish, a little bit further away, but seems he's definitely Scandinavian for sure, like Norwegian, Swedish, Danish, North German, Dutch, North Dutch, West Norwegian, West German. Oh yeah, so there was this match as well. I got some medieval Belgium. Here's she's closest to West English, Welsh, Southeast English, Flemish, South Dutch, Irish, North Dutch, and West Scottish. And she seems to be a mix of Celtic Dabuni, mentioned in the previous stream, Anglo-Saxon, Viking, Danish, Gael, and Vandal. But she didn't, at the time, she didn't live in Britain and Ireland. She did live in Belgium. Oh yeah, and then I got this match too. This reminds me a lot of my old coworker, David Anderson. He was a coworker I had when I went to Portland for a wee while, and also worked remotely with him. Uh, I know he and this guy probably don't look exactly the same, but they do look very similar. And it reminded it when I saw him, I was like, hey, this reminds me of him. It seems like to be a mix of Roman, Akkadian, Greek, Gallo-Roman, Aurelian connected to Trojans. Gallo-Roman could also have some Celtic. Um, okay, and then I have a match here, Proto-Aurelian. She seems to be from Croatia, actually. My mom actually visited Croatia not too long ago. She seems to be a mix of French, Spanish Galicia, Welsh, actually. Spanish Catalonia, Portuguese, South Dutch, Flemish, Southwest English, Proto-Aurelian. Mix of Cenomani, Macromani, Ostrogoth. We'll see. Then there's another match from Belgium I got. I feel like I've seen a person who looks similar to this. Not every day, but I've seen people a lot. She's a mix of French, Welsh, Southwest English, South Dutch, Spanish Catalonia, Spanish Castile Leon, Flemish, Southeast English. See, she does have a bit of Celts, and as well as Macromani, Frank. We'll see. We'll see sounds like my grandma's dog. My mum's my mum's mum. So I got another match here from medieval Italy. Magna. Monastery. She seems to be a mix of a lot of different groups, mainly Italian and Greek. And then also with certain populations that would identify as Jewish, like here with the Italian. That ancestry mainly comes from maternal lineage because a lot of people who um, have that lineage, their mothers are, or some of their mothers are shared with Greek and South Italian mothers. Not all of them, but some of them. And so that's something I would always try to remind. I knew someone named Athena, and she was kind of in that intersection of, do I identify with um, with only one part of my lineage, or can I also see the other part of my lineage? Can I also see the Greek and Italian lineage that would do things like eat pork and things of that nature? And um, I think I helped her, um, you know, see a different path in the sense that, there's always another way, that's what choice is, that's also, I think that's why my uncle Cherokee Japanese Germany calls me Celtic healer. Of course, the Celts ate pork and other things, and also the Greeks and Trojans, but just to know that there's always an opportunity to change, you don't always have to do things the same way, you know. So I got another match here. Medieval Croatia, Neuster. Do a mix of Polish, Ukrainian, Russian, Belarusian. Mix of Scythian, White Scalaveni, Haven runes. A lot of interesting groups. I think the last one, I think it's Germanic, I think. 'Cause I remember reading about. No, Baltic tribe, Baltic tribe. Like known for seafarers. Another match from Belgium. Then here's Pricey, Viking Danish, Saxon, Thuringian. A lot of interesting matches here. Also got a Batavi. When I saw this image, it made me kind of think of like a forest elf in a way. It's a mix of West German, North Dutch, Danish, mix of Friese, Utes, Saxon. There's definitely a mix, different lineages. Got another match from Italy. You can see again, it's mainly a lot of Italian and Central Greek, North Italian. Mix of Roman, Macedonian, Samnite, Corinthian Greek, Akkadian Greek. Yeah, I had quite a few new matches from Italy. It wasn't a lot per sample, but like not a lot of shared synapses of DNA, but see that it is part of the story. You can see it's a mix of Roman, Corinthian, Ancient Greek. And the Ancient Greek would be after Mycenaean Greek, by the way, which also would be connected to Akkadians and but also Aurelians as well and Trojans. Um, so let's see. Then I'm gonna see if I can do my dad real quick. This is open. It's a match here. Norwegian, Swedish, West German, Dutch. Yeah, I had quite a few post-Roman. I actually know someone who looks similar to this, and she's actually a YouTuber from England, I believe, or Britain. But you can see it's a mix of North Italian, Tuscan, Spanish, Portuguese. See Gallo-Roman, Roman, Akkadian, Greek, Samnite, Macedonian. You can see other sample Croatia, North Italian, Tuscan, Spanish, Portuguese, Gallo-Roman, Roman, Akkadian, Greek, Samnite, Aurelian, also Trojan, and Celtic healer as well. Then I got this match too, and this is also pretty interesting. So she's a little bit different. She mainly has Basque, Cantabrian, Aragon, Southwest French, Castilla-La Mancha, Valencia. I'll have to see if my dad got any of these, but let's see here. It's Iberian, Vascone, Sardonians, Latin, Aquitani. You can also see Irish and Scottish is also in the mix. And I think it's also because of the Basque ancestry or the Aquitani. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting with some of the new samples I got. Definitely wasn't really expecting, especially the additional match from Norway. I guess I was a little bit, but I also not. But you can also see I got a definite increase in Belgic Staciones. Yeah, so Celtic. It's definitely a mix for sure. Okay, I'm gonna see if my dad is done. I don't know if my dad is done yet, so I'll have to see. Might take a little bit longer for him. I can always take a wee short break. I might actually do it now, before I wrap up with my dad. Because I'd like to see what he has real quick, and then maybe I'll do his partner a little bit later too. But yeah, let me take a quick break, guys, and then I'll be back. I'm gonna timestamp this. I'll write it in the chat. All right, guys, I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'll write this. Ah, just wanted to give my dad's results some time to go through, and they finally did. So I just wanted to see now what my dad got real quick. See how it compares. Let's see here. Yeah, so that one, that one is still trying to catch up, but we can at least still go back to one of the older DNA files that are now thankfully updated. Let's see now, my dad, Burgundy, a lot more now. Pricey is in Saxon. I'll see what my dad got. That was Neil. Oh boy, Poland. That's Canadian Moldovan. Oh wow, that is really interesting. Wends are a fierce and resilient group of Western Scalaveni tribes, or I guess if we don't say Scalaveni, we can say Sloveni. I feel like Ghoul would be interested in this because I know he identifies Slavic or Sloveni. I think Sloveni is another word, Slavic, right? Slovene, Slovene. I think there was another word you could say if you didn't want to say. I tend to. I thought it was Sloveni. No, there's Skeloveni. Just trying to see how you would refer to them if you want to say every group. Antis Veneti. Yeah, Sloveni. Yeah. Slovenin. I like Sloveni. Who speak the same language. I'm just gonna say Sloveni just to kind of simplify it. I can. Germanic tribes migrated westward. The lines moves in from the east, building fortified villages and rich rice farming communities and forests. Oh, really interesting. The valleys, known for their independence, they often clash with expanding Germanic powers, leading to centuries of warfare. Stays in shifting alliances, despite pressure from the Holy Roman Empire and German settlers, to preserve their language, customs, and war spirit down deep into the medieval period. Their legacy survives today through the swords, the last living Wendish descendants who still speak their many tongues. Yeah, and this almost looks like Melania a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't expecting these matches from my dad. It's interesting though. I I was expecting this though. Got that. I feel like I've seen something. Sax. Oh wow, that's Saxon Germanic. Tried Trellebjor, Denmark. Donny. Another match. Oh wow, another one. Donny Germanic tribe. Yeah, I didn't get this one. Yeah, my dad got quite a bit. Saxon. England's. Baltic. Oh wow, that's huge. Swedish, North Swedish, German Central, Western. 1569. Wow, that's huge. I think that's the biggest I've seen it like that. Saxon, Friesi, Ute, Donny. Wow. This reminds me a lot of I could see like a bit of um, the facial features of my grandmother, Mama. I can see her a little bit for sure. Yeah, it's amazing. I wouldn't have expected it, but that's huge. Yeah, that's I guess maybe great grandfather Cleves or I don't know if Sigurd was senior. I think he'd be more on the Norwegian match my dad and I got, but yeah, this was a huge match with the Donny. The match from Denmark. Wow, this is interesting. Maybe that's why I apparently had a lot of cousins from Scandinavia. Denmark. Wow, that is really something. Yeah, I guess probably a lot of the Italian samples I got, I must have gotten it from my mom's side. But also some of the Celtic ancestry too. My dad really has a lot of Norse. Wow, Swedish, Norwegian, something. My dad really has I guess it makes sense why he was named Siggy. Wow, that is something. Wow, sorry about that. It's like I got a lot of the Celtic ones, and my dad did too. He got some for sure, but he definitely got a lot of Scandinavia. MyTrueAncestry. Oh wow, that is interesting. It just keeps coming. It keeps coming for him. It's like it's a series of. Now I can also see my uncle Cherokee Japanese Herman with Summer, his daughter, and their his grandchild named Bjorn. Central. It just keeps going. Hey, not a bad thing. I didn't realize how much my dad had. This almost reminds me a bit of could see uh, a tiny bit of my dad's part. I have to see where H6 comes from. Just keeps going. Okay. Well, anyway, well, definitely shows and my dad and yeah, my dad and my uncle definitely their names fits them. Well, I mean, it always has for sure, but now I can even see it more. Germanic, Gallic, France, Saxony. Here we go. Celtic or Belgic. Belgic Celtic, yeah. Wow. Oops, my bad. It's really. I was especially surprised with the one that was like over like a thousand. I'm like, that's huge. I think that's really huge. Okay. Oh, so my dad did get that one too. Yeah, because I know I got it. I wasn't sure my dad did. Okay. Burgundy. Oh, this is the Burgundy matches my dad got. Okay. Oh wow. That. See. No one. Not this one. This reminds me a lot of lightning, kind of lightning returns healing. Alethea, Gandhi. Hmm. Right. Yeah, my dad had a lot of interesting ones, didn't he? I wasn't half expecting some of them really, but yeah, that is interesting. Really interesting. Wow. Well, I guess it was worth getting the update then. So I'll see. I don't know if I'll have time to do my dad's partner's DNA tonight, because she might have gotten some new ones as well. Um, but wow, that is really super interesting. That is something. So this is the number 8. I'm not surprised. That is something. 5A1. Let's see. Scandinavia and Pomeranian. Oh, there it is. Maybe that's what my dad would call his mom Pomeranian. That could be part of it. That is something though. It is something. It's amazing how DNA, it works differently, different people. That is something. Wow. Yeah, I'll probably share this video with my dad and my uncle Herman. I think they'll find it interesting. Wow. trophies for a lot of them. Yeah, aside from this match and then the Avar Ruron, my dad didn't get as much matches with other East Asian or native Japanese American samples plus Rainbow. Let's see. That is really something. Yeah, let me see if I might update the one for my dad's partner. I'll probably have to delete one. Maybe I could do a small extra video for her tomorrow. We'll see. But that is really something. My dad, wow. I got some cool ones too. But that was something. I'll have to look at mine again. I definitely have the Celtic for sure. I think that's mine. That's the one that's most prominent for me. So my Uncle Cherokee Japanese Herman calls me his Celtic healer. Um, but yeah, definitely for my dad and my Uncle Herman, I can see definitely the Germanic and well, North Germanic Scandinavian influence for sure. Um, I do like saying Rainbow though. I do like saying that. She might get some of those too. I'm not sure. It's always interesting with the quantum deep dive stuff, the updates. And you know, I wasn't sure if I wanted to get this one because or at least because you know sometimes they go on sale if you know after a couple to a few months. But I felt it was worth it actually getting it. Again, it can be pricey, but even though it's pricey, I think it's ultimately worth it. Because I wouldn't have known that, especially for my dad. But even for myself, I'll have to check again to all the ones I got. Um, yeah, that is something, isn't it? I don't know if mine's updated anymore. Uh, got some trophies as well. Yeah, let's see. 85. Yeah, so this one kind of it's funny how like my dad got all it was like a replete with Downy and a whole ton of that. But I think I this kind of stuck with me with my dad's my dad's father. Yeah, and I kind of see Zangetsu's kind of like Odin in Bleach, or again, Siggy, son of Odin, where he's balanced not only by Zeus or Zeus or Deus, but also Celtic healer. So that is really cool. Um, yeah, and then I think the Italian ancestry, the additional Italian, I probably must have gotten it from my mom's side. I don't think I don't think he got the. Did he get the Belgium? Yeah, my dad always kind of jokes with me sometimes. He'll either call me Louis or Luigi. It's always kind of funny. And then my friend Mafi, she'll call me either her favorite Scottish American or Luigi, or uh, and I don't know if she said Louis yet, but I prefer Louis because or Lewis, or however you want to say it, just because I feel like for me, Celtic healers, it's not only like in Italy or not only in Britain or Ireland, or but also Spain, Portugal, France, just to be named Gaul, Belgium, and Netherlands, those other areas. And so it's always nice to kind of bring it all together. Um, just kind of like what I'm really doing, really. Yeah, these two for me were pretty cool. Yeah, and when I look at him, I definitely see like an elf. Like that's why I try to tell people that even though some people might think kind of like elven folklore is only Norse, so what they might think Norse is, however you want to look at it. It can also be connected to Gaul as well. And it would make sense because Gaul would have probably originally been very heavily forested. So I could see it. Yeah. I love this just the image of this photo. Yeah, so I definitely got the Celtic for sure. And then my dad, and I don't know about my Uncle Herman, but they definitely got the I mean, I guess, we keep going, ancestry keeps going, but it's really interesting how it all kind of comes together, you know. And really that's the beautiful part of it, that you know you come together and that's how you heal. I have to check my dad in Belgium. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video though. I might see if I can do my dad's partner's DNA real quick as well, just to kind of wrap it up, so I don't have to do more tomorrow. I know sometimes she's also interested in looking at her results, which I don't mind helping her with. Uh, Let me look at. Yeah, I feel like the Donnie part. I mean, maybe some of it could have come from my dad's father, but I have a feeling it probably came from great grandfather Cleves. I'm thinking, because even I was looking at the maternal ancestry list and I saw Scandinavia or Pomeranian. And when I look at her, I could see a bit of Pama, so a bit of my grandma. Just interesting how like it all comes together. So my dad had this one as well. That's fine. There was like, oh yes, no, my dad did have this one as well. He had both. Just a ton of Donnie. I guess maybe my I guess my great grandfather Cleves, or I mean maybe it could have been my dad's dad too, but just a ton of Donnie after Donnie after Donnie. Like a not a bad thing. Just I never thought I would see so many Donnie in one in one sitting. Like I don't know how common it is because I don't know if I really saw it for my dad's partner at all. Let's see here. Let's see raw DNA. I mean, maybe some people get it. So, yeah, got a trophy. Fine. Interesting. I feel like I've seen someone who looks like this. I'm just trying to remember where. Yeah, so it seems like my dad is like almost like heavily Scandinavian. Yeah, he would call it a combo. Yeah, his ancestry is pretty much filled out here. A lot of it. think the Burgundy was pretty interesting too. French, West German, Flemish, South Dutch, Spanish. England, Scandinavia, Germany. That's my turn. I love this shot. Just kind of like interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got some of those matches too, or maybe eventually. I don't know if they'll pop up or not. But regardless, at least 7 more Celtic ones did for me. Um, oh yeah, and the Norwegian, yeah. It's really cool. Like that's what I like about these tests, even though it could be a bit expensive. It's uh, it's worth it ultimately. Hmm. Yeah, I think when after I finish this stream, I'm gonna get some sleep, and then when I wake up, I'm gonna make myself some egg and ham sandwiches, which will be pretty good, and maybe we'll have some nice food later on. Oh, but yeah, it's it really is interesting. Yeah, I think Most of the Italian matches I think I got from my mom, and then some of the ones from Spain as well, because I don't think my dad really got much from Italy at all. I think he got some, and then of course I got some from Spain. Definitely got this from my mom. Sure. Let's see. Let me see what different dad got. I don't. Let's see. I got one, two. Got a few. Nowhere near as much. Spain. I got some from Spain. Then Celtic. I think. I don't know if all the Celtic ones my dad and I both share. Let's see. I'll check myself as well. Yeah, I think of my Uncle Herman's quote. My Uncle Herman, Cherokee Japanese Herman, that every person is as individual as a snowflake, and I can see it now, definitely, even just between my dad and I, how different it can be. I think, yeah, my dad's is almost filled out at this point. I think I'm getting there. Getting there. It's getting closer. My dad's pretty, and it doesn't include native Japanese American sample from Montana from 2,000 years ago. In time, they also kind of slotted in there. Yeah, he's pretty much. Yeah, I think it should only be a few more minutes, and then I should be able to finish this up. No, the purchase was worth it. At first I wasn't sure if I was gonna have buyer's remorse, but I don't. And part of it, part of the update was good for me, but I think my dad and my Uncle Herman will especially, they will especially enjoy it because I know, especially for my Uncle Herman too, because that might help bridge even more of a connection with his daughter Summer, because his daughter Summer is she's a Norse pagan or Norse heathen, and my Uncle Herman can just kind of show her all the connections, and it's really interesting how it all kind of comes together. Like I'll just kind of go through it a little bit more before I go through his partner and then the DNA and then call it a night. I think most of the matches or most of the groups are similar, the same, like Saxon, Pricey, Ute, Dani, Goots, a lot of North Germanic, Scandinavian. Um, I'm gonna check this real quick. Sweden. It's really neat. It's you'll be able to show this. Geats. So many different groups. Epic of Beowulf, Beowulf describes legendary tales about Swedish Vendel times, where great wars called the Swedish Geatish Wars between the Geatish House of Wolfling and the Swedish House of Stelfling. Beowulf was himself a Geat. They were large, Germanic tribe who inhabited Gotland, land of the Geats in southern Sweden, from antiquity until the late Middle Ages, along with the Goots nearby Gotland and the Suevi. In the north, this tribe eventually became merged with the population of Sweden. I think is it Suevier?
Svear,
Okay.
sphere,
Um, a lot of neat stuff.
Svear,
Here, say Suevier. It's same groups. But yeah, this was interesting too. It wasn't much, but interesting. Of course, Burgundy was also interesting too. And I think the Burgundy were also like a Germanic tribe themselves. I was surprised my dad got like a whole bunch of it. A Germanic tribe that originally hailed from Scandinavia, likely southern Sweden or Denmark. So, faced constant pressure from the Franks and Romans, and clash with other tribes in Roman Italy. feel like I've seen someone who looks like this. I know I keep saying that, but I don't know. Yeah, it's funny. It's like out of all the, I feel like out of all the Scandinavian matches, I know I mentioned it before, but I feel like this one's really connected to my dad's dad. I just have a feeling, yeah. Especially after I saw the photo of John Logviard. See if it's done now. Anything? Nope, not yet. I feel like, I swear, like it's only going to be like a few more minutes, and then the results should be up. Hopefully enough. Might actually take another wee break, guys. Just kind of wait until it's ready. I'll put another timestamp. Alright, guys, I'll be back. Hey guys, I just want to let you guys know I think I'm gonna end the stream because it's taken a wee bit longer for my dad's partner to or her DNA to kind of process through. It could just be because since she had a lot more matches than my dad and I had, it might just be taking longer for uh the program to cycle through all the ancestry. So maybe I'll do her DNA test another day. Um, see if she has anything new. That'd be worth doing a video on. But aside from that, guys, I at least was able to do the ancestry for my dad and I. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun watching. I'll be off. Take care.